All right, so I guess we're back with the fourth podcast now. Not really the fourth. We're just going to call this the E3 Pitch Podcast. Cast Pod? E3?
The 3 E's in it.
Yeah. All right, so we got Ruigi here.
You know, I just want to say that it could have fucking been PitchCast E3 if somebody had gone with the original naming for, the PitchCast 76, but anyways.
All right, so moving along, we're going to cut off Ruigi's mic now. We got Randy here.
Ayo.
And we got Biv.
Hello, Captain Sean.
And we've been blessed with the effervescent presence of Swemba.
What's up?
I just took a drink of water and almost spit it over.
And
not expecting that.
Yeah, and we got me. So today we're just gonna sit down. We're gonna have a complete shit show. Just going through some of the games from E3 because there's too many to cover all of them. So we're just gonna jump right into it. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So from EA, first one here we got Battlefield 5, and with that their Battle Royale mode. I know Swemba's got to have something to say about this.
I mean, if anybody's going to do a gnarly Battle Royale mode, it's going to be these guys.
Okay, that's
I'm kind of like, man, I kind of like the modern combat stuff. I'm not really like stoked on World War II. I wasn't stoked on Battlefield 1. I want a Battlefield 5 or a 2143.
Oh, are they going back to the World Wars?
World War II, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm out. The weaponry in that is just garbage.
But people are real butthurt about the lore. I think it's it's not like
of World War II.
Oh no! It actually
people are mad because there's amputees and there's women, and it's like because they're like, we want an authentic World War II D-Day invasion scenario. It's like, A, that's already been done, and B, like, do you remember the campaigns from the previous games? Like, you're just fucking driving Abrams through buildings and shit. Like, it was never fucking realistic.
Immersion. Yeah, it was just a big thing on the Battlefield subreddit. They just nuked some thread about historical accuracy because it was getting brigaded and people just wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Just to play devil's advocate, I don't agree with that shit, but I think the main problem was the heavy-handedness of the whole thing. It was kind of like, I just thought it was a shit trailer just because it's, not gameplay.
And my take on it is completely uninformed because I didn't even watch the trailer. But so it's just getting sprung on me now that it's World War II. So one, fuck that. Two, the only good Battlefield games are Battlefield 2, Battlefield Vietnam, Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I think, what was it, 3 or 4? The one Swemba was playing was pretty good.
Hang on, what about 1943?
What about 2142?
2142 is garbage.
Oh my god.
I'm out. But that being said, Battle Royale mode, that's what kept me from watching the gameplay trailer altogether. I was like, I'm done.
Well, I have a quick question. So Battle Royale, right? You spawn in, you go to the middle or whatever. And most Battle Royale games, as far as Fortnite and PUBG and I don't know, whatever the fuck else there is, you have like health and you get health kits and you have shields and stuff. You don't die in one shot usually, right? But if it's like Battlefield, could you theoretically like just pistol some guy like 50 meters, 100 meters away and win? Isn't it going to play a lot differently though, is what I'm saying?
It's going to be too real.
I just don't think it's a good fit for Battle Royale, but I also don't care.
Yeah, I think
also Battle Royale came from Arma. So.
I think Battle Royales should be more unrealistic combat simulations, like Fortnite. Like, it's nice and cartoony. Like, otherwise, in Battlefield, you'd just be playing like Last Man Standing. It just feel kind of weird.
I mean, that's my definition. Battle I guess it's something different, then that's cool. But I just don't think it's going to play very well, is it?
I think it's just going to be PUBG.
Yeah, it's good. Well, it's going to be PUBG, but it's actually going to have like AAA refinement to it.
Yeah,
it's going to have fully destructible environment, actually good shooting mechanics, good net code, like better graphics. It's just going to be a realistic one like PUBG, but just done way gnarlier. And it's going to be World War II. Honestly, it's going to be like biplanes and shit.
If it wasn't for the World War II, like, you're kind of swaying my decision on this just by listening to it. If it wasn't World War II, I'd probably be more into a Battle Royale in Battlefield, I think. Because it's kind of the same as just rushing a point, but you only get one life, right?
Essentially.
Yeah, kind of.
wonder how Gear's gonna work, but I mean, I'm sure they'll figure that shit out. You just pick it up, just like. I mean, they make everything work. Battlefield work with gun game and all that stuff too.
All right, so we got a late arrival from the great and mighty Bear of Zeus, aka Bosley. Say hi, Bosley.
Yeah, what's up?
You mean the late and mighty?
Late and great. All right. You didn't miss anything important. Just Battlefield 5. Who fucking cares? Let's go to the next game.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, so the next game on our list, we got Jedi Fallen Order, which is apparently I didn't watch the video for this either, but apparently it's going to be standalone single player.
Is there a video?
I'm pretty sure it was just some guy from the dev team was interviewed in the crowd. And it was so fucking stupid.
We do your research.
And then they cut back to the stage.
It was terrible. And the guy,
Yeah,
and they
it's
did like that.
The only thing I do know about it is that it apparently takes order and takes place in like the dark time of the Jedi. So it's like after the original, but before the new ones. So it's like
What?
when they were purging all the Jedi and shit.
So it's after episode 3.
Yeah.
So is Jar Jar Binks going to be a major character in it?
Yeah, the main one.
So,
No.
did you guys see what he asked? Like, he's like, you get to be a Jedi and carry a lightsaber, and then pause for applause. And nobody fucking clapped. It was so awkward.
Yeah, they're
Star
beating a
Wars.
dead horse.
Star Wars
Who's the developer?
sucks.
It's EA.
Yeah.
EA, like the.
No, it's Respawn. Guys
Oh,
who
is
do
it?
Titanfall. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's actually something worth noting. That's kind of cool. I don't know. Whatever.
Is it being distributed by EA? Because I have it on the list under EA here.
All Star Wars is licensed by EA for video games.
Okay, so they'll find some way
Which
of
is
fucking
working
it up.
out great.
Yeah, they'll fuck it up
Oh,
and they'll
it's so
shut down the development studio that made it when it goes south.
Well,
Respawn.
Titanfall 2 was apparently cool.
All Star Wars is everything is oversaturated right now. I couldn't give a shit less about anything Star Wars related.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, let's fuck the Jedi. Next one we got Anthem. Anybody want to weigh in on that?
Destiny 2.5.
No, it's
Destiny.
I knew Randy was going to dissent.
it doesn't have PvP, so it's gonna be way fucking better because they're not gonna balance it like shit.
If it's a co-op game, that's fun, cool. If it's shit, it's shit.
I really like the scale of some of this stuff in that. Just how it's shown, with like the flying and stuff, and it's like the seamless of worlds, but there's like giant ass monsters and big raids. It seems like a really cool like world,
Wasn't it announced last year?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about it last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. I think it looks cool, but I have no real feelings either way about it.
Well, how do you feel about pay to win and loot crates? Because that's what the big news was, that it doesn't have any. Woo!
Woo! I prefer to pay to win and crush poor
Fair
people.
enough.
I don't know how true it is because I'm not really.
Oh, I don't think it's true at all. I think they're just
No, I mean something else. Like I'm not following it exactly, but I guess the community surrounding the game is really concerned that there's like a lack of detail about the game. Like all it's been is kind of pretty trailers with no actual like how gameplay is going to work or anything like that. I don't know.
They talked about it a little bit, but basically, like everybody's Iron Man.
yeah. What kind of game is it?
Oh, so maybe everything I heard was.
Well, it's like
true.
Destiny PvE.
Yeah, I'm watching this now. It just looks like Destiny, third-person Destiny. I'm sure there's.
I mean, I don't want to
Which is
shit on it
cool
because it's
if it's
cool to
good.
see. It's great to see new IP. So I guess give it a fair shot.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we'll see what happens when it comes out.
I mean, you said there's like bosses in it. I'm watching it. I'm trying to find the boss part, but
Isn't that the one with like the giant like golem looking thing?
all right, now I see it.
I swear I
Just
saw
fell
some
from
giant
the
thing.
fucking roof. I like that shit. It reminds me of like game Lost Planet. I don't know if you.
Oh yeah, I like
that.
Lost
Lost
Planet.
Fan was good.
Yeah,
Lost Planet 2 was pretty fun. Lost Planet 3 was stupid.
I didn't even look at that. Played
One,
2.
one of
it
the
was great.
things I'm worried about with Anthem is like how it's a BioWare game, so there's got to be a lot of story. And they said that they tried to like balance the story with the multiplayer worlds, and like I feel like there's gonna be a lot of between missions, just everyone watching fucking cutscenes for fucking.
Well, no, what
ever.
actually I think it was talking about Anthem. But they were saying that everything, the story stuff takes place in your like home base or whatever.
Yeah, but that's like between missions. Like you're playing with your friends, and you're like, okay, that was a fun
Yeah.
mission. Go
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
your
like,
fucking
dude, that
base.
mission is like
Okay,
everybody
guys, see you in
goes-
30 minutes.
Like Halo Spartan Ops.
Yeah.
All right,
Like,
so
I'd
moving
kinda
along.
rather just-
yeah. Let's just move along from that. Anybody want to talk about Unravel 2?
I'd like
Do
to hear you talk about it.
I would like to say I did like the first one. It was really good looking. I never finished it. I watched the trailer for this. It seems kind of interesting, but also they couldn't pay the copyright for their music, so my video got striked. So also fuck Unravel. Not buying it.
Sean's in a extensive year-long legal battle with people from Unravel.
Yeah, those damn. What are they, Dutch?
Probably.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, moving along.
the touch.
Sea of Solitude. Anybody want to talk about that real quick?
I got nothing. I just think it's a game you probably want to keep an eye on because it looks cool. That's about it.
Yeah, I think visually it's really interesting, and it actually kind of made me think of Bosley a little bit, like something I could see Bosley playing.
I give it an artsy game out of what's the gameplay?
Rutabaga.
Who's the
Okay.
developer? Actually, I think it's like
It's a good car.
The shit looks like a Gorilla's video.
It
Yeah.
does.
Like it's real artsy. But it's nice, like that. What do they call that cartoon style like that? I know there's a
Cell
term for it.
shading.
Yeah. You got anything you want to weigh in on that, Bear?
This game looks cool. It looks like a Gorilla's music video mixed with Uncharted. I'd play it.
Nailed it.
Put that on the back of the box.
Yeah, with Bosley's
I'd
face.
play it.
I think just based on the looks, I'd play it for like $15. But I mean, I don't know how the gameplay is, so that's just a real low ball.
Give it a strong 25
Out of what?
out of $60.
All right, so next on our list here, we got Halo Infinite. I know this is one of Biv's like favorite games of all time. So, what do you got?
Nothing. I mean, it just looks good. I mean, it doesn't even look good. It's just a trailer. I'm excited for it.
I mean, he says that, but like 2 minutes before
I'll say-
we turned on the
no,
mics, he was like jumping on his chair, like talking about how amazing.
No, you were like,
it
"Oh,
is."
Microsoft. The only game I want to play is what did you even Sea of Thieves?" But I heard a rumor that they wanted to go with Halo Infinite on PC as well, because I know there's cross-play and shit, and there's rumors that they're going to put Halo 5 on PC or whatever. And I just think that'd be really cool because it's harder and harder to boot up the console, and I would play the shit out of Halo on PC. And then me and Randy used to make a ton of Halo videos, and that's something I could go all in on in the theater mode and stuff and just make some weird shit. I love Halo. It's a lot of fun.
I love
There it
Halo, but they didn't show like anything in the trailer. What if
There's an
it's a
announcement
battle
trailer.
royale game?
That's what I was just going to say. Like Battlefield, I have no interest in doing Call of Duty, Battlefield, anything like, realistic and stuff for Battle Royale, but I'd play Halo Battle Royale because you could hop in some warthogs and fuck around. Like, that'd be fun.
That would be pretty cool. I would like to see Halo Battle Royale. I don't think it's going to be Battle Royale, though. I think it's just going to be fucking kind of Halo Reachy.
Yeah, just Halo Reach. But theater mode, custom games, Forge, that shit's hundreds of hours of gameplay.
All right, so definitely some Halo Infinite videos coming from Biv and Randy for sure. What was that?
Just got my Halo.
All right, and Crackdown 3 got delayed. I didn't actually see this announcement, but I know Biv likes Crackdown. I like Crackdown a lot, so it's a bit disappointing to see it delayed.
It's annoying for the Game Pass people.
Yeah,
But I think it's probably better that it's getting delayed. That shows I don't know, some people might look at it like, oh my God, it's got all these issues. But I kind of look at it like, okay, they haven't quite, they're taking their time. They're working some stuff out.
were they making it a multiplayer?
Yeah, it's a Battle Royale.
Yeah, so welcome to Lawbreakers.
What?
I have a feeling that that's going to be what it's going to be like.
They couldn't be more different.
What if you're all going to be flying around? It's going to be fucking crazy.
I mean, it's definitely worth the Game Pass. Renewing the Game Pass.
Yeah, but now
Yeah.
you gotta cancel it.
Why?
Already
At least-
canceled.
No, yeah, I kept mine. They just released some new games on it.
I played State of Decay for like a week, realized that was it, and I canceled that shit.
Well, that's the thing, though.
That's what it's for.
If you have a console, it's amazing. I mean, I was excited because I saw Fallout 4 was on there and it had all the DLCs, but that's console only. I mean, I fucking own Fallout 4, but
Yeah, that's what
I
pissed
was
me off.
willing to play, the DLCs.
I've just been playing Fallout 4 and I don't have any of the DLCs, and I was like, maybe I should buy them. And then I suddenly saw it on Xbox. And I was like, well, it's fucking free there, but I'm not starting a third time. Like,
Plus, who wants to play it on Xbox? Shit hurts my eyes.
If
God, I'm
you
such a
play
weird.
Fallout,
I mean, or you could just fucking play New Vegas.
why would you?
You got the best one ever made.
There is no Bosley DLC in the New Vegas one.
What does that even mean?
Fallout 4 has Bosley DLC where you can make him your companion.
yeah, Tales from
Tell
the
him
Wasteland.
Bosley. No, Tales from the Commonwealth.
Oh, Tales from the Commonwealth, yeah.
Tell him Bosley.
Yeah, Tales from the Commonwealth.
Yeah, I actually downloaded it the other day. I was bugging Boz about it. I was like, which one are you? Because I was going to just kill everyone right away. And I was like, wait, what if I kill Boz? All right, so let's move along. We're talking about a game that's not even at E3. Anybody want to touch on Metro Exodus besides the fact that, you like to be resource starved and be a benchmark for PCs? Yeah.
I like that.
Game's got a rabid fan base. People really
does.
stick by that game. They really vouch for it.
Yeah, it's not like the storyline in the game. I've only played one of them. I mean, it was fine, but it was really just you're fucking resource starved. Like that's your gameplay is just trying to find a fucking bullet.
Yeah, no, and then the bullets are the currency too.
Yeah, there's like two types of ammo and now, like actual bullets, and then
Yeah, like you get little shitty
fighting
bullets, and
bullets.
it's like, hey, this is you can literally fire money at people. I'm like, what? But
I
now
mean,
they've got pretty good world building. It's supposed to be, from what I've heard and seen, it's a lot more open and it's like above ground now. And there's some cool things they're adding. Like you have to like clean weapons at workbenches and shit like that. So it seems like they're adding on a lot of stuff. The only thing I didn't really like about the Metros was that they were like an old school FPS experience, I mean, just kind of like not an on rail shooter, but just like
It's kind of like a different version of Fallout. Like really.
yeah, like
I mean, as far as the
Fallout.
lore and stuff like that, I mean, as far as like the gameplay, it's just like your basic shooter,
Yeah.
first person shooter
Without the
linear.
bullets.
Well, there's also like different ways to do your stuff in that game. Like I always went stealth a lot of the times, and I always found it fun. I
Yeah, it
mean,
was cool in the second one. It had that. It seemed like that kind of made a difference too. You could do like the non-lethal thing, but it seems like they've got good execution. There seems like they're building a lot on what was there already.
yeah, I'm hype as fuck about it.
Yeah, so all right. Well, I mean, for Metro fanboys, I mean, it'll probably be something you dig.
Why you gotta say it like that?
I know. I'm sorry, that sounded a little negative. I mean,
Yeah,
I got nothing against the game. I got nothing against the game.
Big bag.
I've
Why
got
do you
something
hate
against
the
you.
game?
All right, so the next game we got is Session, not Skate 4.
But yeah, no, I was really hoping it was Skate 4.
I was really hoping it was Skate 4.
Yeah, it's like I saw that, and that's why I made that note there. I was like, it's not Skate 4.
It would have crashed.
Remember?
Twitch chat.
Do you know what it's not also? It's not Tony Hawk before Tony Hawk started to suck, so...
Do you know every single Instagram post for like the past 4 years from EA has like 100 Skate 4 comments on it? I'm not even kidding.
What is Session then?
It's a skateboarding game. That's all. It was
Ooh.
just a little.
It's Skate 4.
Is
Not
the
even
same
sure.
devs?
I don't think
No.
No, not at all. I mean, who developed Skate?
Yeah, it was just like a little teaser trailer,
Maybe, yeah.
basically, and then everybody was like, "Oh, Skate 4?" No, it's not Skate 4.
I mean, it does look like a Skate 4 if I'm watching it.
Is
Though.
it Skate
Yeah.
4?
I can
God.
see why people think that.
I think it's definitely not Skate 4, but it might be Skate 4.
It's not. I don't. We'd have to go look at the devs.
All right, let's jump past Skate 4 and move on to Adobe Photoshop Battle Royale.
I was waiting.
All right. So moving on to the next real game. Anybody want to talk about Devil May Cry 5?
I'll buy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play through it. It's using a Resident Evil 7 engine, so
I'll play it if it comes out on the Game Pass. I've got 4 and I'm just terrible at it, so I haven't fallen in love with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The other one was it 3 that was like notoriously hard?
yeah. But they dumbed it down in one of the versions. I forget, but
Don't say 4
I
because I
always
find
found it
that really
fun.
hard.
Is it a true sequel, or is it like a reboot or some?
it's a Well, this one is a sequel to 4.
Okay.
You play as
Yeah, it
that
looks like
character.
it looks like it's going to be a continuation of Nero's storyline when he's a lot older, and who knows if Dante will even be playable, but he'll probably be playable. But he looks fucking old in it.
Yeah, he looks pretty rough.
I mean, he's had gray hair since the beginning.
All right, so Devil May Cry 5 is Old Man Simulator.
Is it Skate 4?
It might be.
No.
What do we got next here? We got the Cuphead DLC. Anybody big Cuphead fan?
I like Cuphead, but I actually didn't watch that, so
Yeah, I didn't either. I never got Cuphead. I really meant to, like, with all my heart, but I just never ended up doing it. I don't see what the point of DLC is. It's a nice side scroller. Just make a sequel.
from what I'm looking at, it just looks like an extra area, maybe.
Yeah,
Sounds
see.
like
no,
one
there's
level.
playable character.
It's a battle royale mode.
Oh shit. All right. What do we got here? We got one Dying Light 2.
I'll buy that.
Oh yes.
Dying Light was a really, really,
I am-
really good game.
Yeah, I got on the show way late, and me and Bosley played a little bit of it, and it's just, I mean, just a fucking amazing. So Chris Avallone is working on it.
Who's that?
What? He's like Mr. Stretch Goal. Like any kickstarted fucking like classic CRPG reboot has Chris Avallone as a stretch goal. But no, he's a really, really famous, really well known and respected writer for games. He's done a lot of
He's doing the System Shock, the new System Shock.
yeah, God, he's doing everything.
He did
He's
Neverwinter
writing so
Nights,
many goddamn games. But
Vegas.
also New Vegas. He was
Baldur's
writing in
Gate.
New Vegas. He was from Obsidian. Yeah, he's from the original I believe he was from In Exile. The original.
Yeah, he's
Fallout
like the
devs.
OG D&D
Yeah.
based guy.
But yeah, I mean, so you know, like if you like the writing in any game, he probably had a hand in it.
Yeah. So has anybody here but Luigi ever played Dying Light?
No, I played it with him.
I don't think I've ever played it.
It's like, did you ever play Dead Island?
Yep.
It's like the continuation of Dead Island.
Well, it's
but
like if Dead
just
Island was
way
good.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still
anything.
got that
It wouldn't be
RPG
hard to be better than Dead
element.
Island.
Yeah, I mean, no, Dead Island was cool. It was it
Yeah,
had
it's
its
just-
issues, but
That-
not
Dying
only
Light
that,
took that
also
and fixed it.
I think the story was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. But in addition, it's also came to light that there's a couple guys that worked on The Witcher 3 are actually the guys who were like mainly responsible for the Bloody Baron quest are
That was a good one.
writing for Dying Light 2 as well.
It's an action. Whenever you go to describe that game, it is a really unique experience because it's a first person parkour action horror RPG. Like it's just a really unique experience. I really, really dug playing
Yeah,
through
and
the
if you
first one.
pair like some great story and top notch writing with that, like I mean, I really loved like the Rupert mission.
Yeah, the writing in the first one was pretty good.
It was good, but I mean, like it seems like the second's just gonna be amazing.
To be like, not to shit on that. I don't really care about the story at all. Does it have co-op and stuff?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
First
it will.
one was big on co-op.
Yeah, because that would be cool. I'd be down to do that.
Yeah, that game pretty scary too. I mean, like your
Oh,
first
at night,
yeah.
at nighttime,
Yeah.
it was legit kind of freaky deaky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I mean-
definitely gets you some jump scares. It's pretty immersive.
First night they just fucking throw you to the wolves. They're like, "Oh, you gotta get home right now."
All right, so let's move on from that. Chris Avalon's a great guy, but we can all agree he's no Ryan McCaffrey. The next
Agreed.
game we got is Perfect Dark Battle Royale. Who wants to talk about that?
I don't think that's real, Sean.
Fuck. I was wondering because I was like, Perfect Dark is fucking a terrible game. I think I remember playing that and I was like, this is
God,
the worst
whoa,
shooter
whoa,
I've ever played.
whoa.
Oh my god!
Is it the shooter one?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Where you
shot.
take pictures and you're in the future and there's like pig people.
I think I played like I swear it
bad.
felt kind of like a broken version of like Bond. All right, but it's not real. I was tricked, so let's move on.
Hey, Goldeneye was terrible.
No, Goldeneye was amazing.
What? No,
Perfect Dark was the same fucking game.
It was so much worse. It was a broken version of it. Anyway.
Top Gun.
Battletoads. This was a good one. The trailer was disappointing because there wasn't enough to see what the actual gameplay is, but I'm stoked for Battletoads.
Will there be Double Dragon though?
Oh, that's a good one.
And will there be Street Sharks?
I want to know if they'll make it as hard as the original, because like they showed the little, like, what made that game one of the hardest ever was that where you're riding along the thing and like hitting the fucking walls all the time. All right, anybody else stoked for Battletoads? No one.
I'm pretty
No.
sure. Just it was for like nostalgia. You know, it was a cool game. Like it gets me in the childhood.
I mean, and for real, like Battletoads was cool, but it was never like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, or
That was a
Streets
good
of
game.
Rage.
Turtles in Time.
Well, Battletoads wasn't even that, I don't think, that popular initially. It just became like a cult classic because of how hard it was. Like, it just became so notorious that it gained its respect that way. And it wasn't a terrible game by any stretch, but
Just made me think they should make it like Dark Souls.
Prepare to Toad.
all right,
If you don't have fucking gameplay for your game, don't bring it to E3. Bring it to like fucking Game Dev Con.
Game Dev Con.
I think
Oh,
that's the
fucking hell.
opposite, because game dev cons or games cons where they actually show like engines and lighting systems and shit
I don't know,
like
just
that.
fucking
E3's all big
E3 needs
advertising
gameplay.
convention to sell you
I-
shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, was
I-
it 2017 where they were just doing a Porsche advertisement for Forza?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, you see the presenters now have like Coca-Cola cups and shit because they're
Yeah.
just paid to have them.
All right, so next one. Anybody want to touch on Gears of War 5?
I will get it and play it. I liked 4. I couldn't get into it too much because, you know, Xbox is on the fritz and stuff. But it's not actually Gears of War 5. It's called Gears 5.
Okay, but we all know what it is.
I don't know. I'm just fucking around.
You're right. I mean, you're right.
Horde mode in Gears is still the best. I don't know. I don't care about the turn-based ones. If people like them, that's cool.
see.
but-
I actually would I might check out the turn-based strategy game just because I'm a big fan of like the XCOM type.
yeah, I mean,
tactical,
Gears
Turn-based?
universe is not like there's not it's got a rich history. It's just not that interesting. I mean, it's they were fighting each other, then aliens came out of the ground. It was
Yeah.
somehow someone's fault.
A big pillar of the Gears of War thing is local co-op, right?
Yeah, but you don't need
Yeah,
that. You
I'd say
got Battletoads,
that,
baby.
That and the Horde mode are
Like split screen
big
co-op,
deals.
though, is like kind of a deal because you can actually play that for the
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. I played the Gears 4 campaign co-op and had
Yeah,
fun. It was
Gears 2, me and
was
my
okay.
wife played it just because it was like the only game available that was new that had split screen.
I mean, the Gears multiplayer though is crazy. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. I
Did
did it a
Horde
bunch in
mode.
the first 3. Well, Horde mode's fun. It's not as good as it used to be because they've added classes and stuff, and it just made it super convoluted. But the Gears
don't think I've played
multiplayer has such a weird, because everyone spawns the same and whatnot, but it's got like metas and shit that you wouldn't even think of, like this whole wall bouncing thing. It's just crazy. Like I've played a lot of hours of Gears multiplayer, not as much lately, but it's super competitive.
It's one of those that's got like a really big console following. Like there's people that are like still playing the shit out of Gears 4 and have been playing since release. And
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing we got Cyberpunk 2077.
I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah, fuck off. That game's gonna be the best game ever made.
What's
I'll tell you
it about?
I'll tell you anything you want to know about that game.
Let's hear it, baby.
What's the story?
Well, there's I don't know the actual story arc yet, but it's based off the Cyberpunk. There were 3 tabletop games in the late 80s that were all kind of based off Blade Runner that the dude made, and now they're kind of bringing them to life now. It's all kind of like a high tech, low life. I mean, you guys know what cyberpunk is. what
So
that,
it's
like, kind of
is it bringing back?
aesthetic is.
Is it basically just Shadowrun?
No, similar to Shadowrun though. If you like Shadowrun,
Snow
you'll
elves.
like
I mean,
this.
yeah, kinda.
No magic and elves.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
Shadowrun, but the real world.
minus.
Cyberpunk and Shadowrun.
But no,
were out
actually,
around the
you
same
get
time.
to choose. That's their whole thing. It's like they said a big difference with The Witcher was having so many different ways to do things, but you can make the character V is the character. It can be male or female, but you actually pick stuff to fill out like a backstory, and that'll affect how the story goes on.
Yeah, the game, and I don't know how y'all feel, but Witcher 3 was one of the best gaming experience. It was one of the best $60 I ever spent on a video game for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red is like they could shit in a box and I would
Wait, so
order
what
it.
you're saying is they're due for a real stinker?
I don't.
That's my worry.
So
for
they
Cyberpunk.
showed the public the trailer, which I thought the trailer looked great, but then they showed a 50-minute behind closed door gameplay session that all the media outlets are losing their minds over. That basically kind of outlined everything the game was, and they're like, well, first it's a character creator. You start out, you can make it a boy or girl. You pick their backstory, you pick how they look, and then you go out into the world. It's open world. It's a city like GTA 5, but it's got verticality as much as it has like horizontal playing field. It's got like 12 miles of roads. You can hijack cars. It's first person, but it's an RPG before it's a shooter. You can choose to go in, do sex style and hack, or you can choose like fast-paced first-person combat. You can climb walls. You can run on walls. You can hack into guards to make their weapons jam, like into their cybernetic implant. Like it has everything. I'm so fucking hyped. It's gonna be dope.
Okay, so I mean,
on the fence.
yeah. So to summarize for Swemba, I mean, basically what Swemba's saying is The Witcher is the best game he's ever played, and he's giving Cyberpunk 16 Swembas out of 10 Swembas.
Yeah, I mean, The Witcher. It's made by the guys from The Witcher. I love Deus Ex. It seems to have like a lot in. It's like a really open world, more action oriented Deus Ex. It's a true RPG with an actual like similar to D&D, system. You have when you shoot people, there are hit points. Enemies that have skulls above their heads are much higher level than you. It is an RPG, even though it is a first person shooter.
Isn't it basically just Watch Dogs though?
Watch Dogs meets Borderlands.
Just kidding. No, it's probably going to be. When's it coming out?
They just nailed the fucking art in the trailer that we saw. I mean, when you go frame by frame and you just look at everything you're seeing, I mean, they just nailed that aesthetic. And nothing really has nailed that aesthetic since like Blade Runner. Like as far as in a AAA sense, like there's been books and there's been Bomb movies and there's Deus Ex and System Shock and shit like that. But like this game is gonna make it so like all your friends that draw pictures and stuff and people that post stuff on the internet, like art, it's all gonna be fucking pink and teal here in like 2 years. So everybody's gonna be so into fucking cyberpunk.
So we're gonna have cyberpunk like erotica coming quick.
It's gonna be like zombies were when The Walking Dead came out.
Oh,
I
actually,
don't know
I think
about
there
that.
was a quote that you can have sex, quote unquote, any way you want.
Oh, dude, they're not shy. It's just like The Witcher.
Yeah,
They're saying it is an adult game for adults. They are not shying away from nudity. They are not shying away from just kind of
Sex
edgy
robots.
subjects. I love the world, like the combat medics, how like there is no police force really. Like the corporations, the mega corporations have their own police force. Like it's whenever you're in trouble, you call the medics and the medics come in and kill everybody around you, revive you and take you off. But only really rich people can afford it. Like everybody else doesn't really have police protection.
But yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Is there multiplayer?
No, it's because this is a single player experience.
Well, that might be. I kind of been digging like some single player games, like just for sitting back, you relax, you just get into your own zone.
And that's the only time I don't recommend, like, I wouldn't recommend this game. And the only people that I don't recommend Witcher to, because they always hated it, are people that are really into kind of your multiplayer only experiences. People that like Call of Duty, stuff like that. They don't like games like The Witcher.
Well, that's the challenge. You got to trick them into playing it until they realize that it's a great game.
I think that's why Fallout 76 is going to bomb, because every motherfucker I know in real life that plays Fallout, like, hates multiplayer games. They like sitting there, like, collecting shit and putting it in their house.
They don't have to buy it.
That's the Bethesda day? You're jumping the gun?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got stoked when we started talking about Cyberpunk.
All right, so Cyberpunk 2077, Swemba's pick for Game of the Year. Moving on to the next one, we got Sea of Thieves and their DLCs. What do you think, Bear?
I didn't watch them. I'm watching.
Did you guys all realize that game sucks yet, or are you guys still in it?
You know what? I like the game. I haven't played it in a while.
I thought we were going to play. Like, that's the only reason I hadn't canceled my Game Pass, because we talked about jumping in for the 100 Deep or whatever.
Yeah,
like, it's really basic. I'd have been pissed if I had bought it at, on release. But I'm totally fine with, and I'll drop another $10. Like I'll renew the Game Pass when some of the DLCs drop and check it out. If somebody else will.
Are the DLCs paid?
No, they're free.
Even if you don't have Game Pass?
No, I think they said they would be free. So if you own the game, you should just get the DLCs.
That whole game.
That's not bad. I feel like it was an early access game without being labeled early access.
It is, but I also think Swemba's point from the last time we talked about it in the podcast, I think when he was saying like it's way more fun to play with like your friends than necessarily alone. Like I don't mind the occasional like just rolling around solo, but I totally prefer just being like me or another person or like a couple other people and just dicking around. But I'm totally down for the DLCs. I want to check them out.
Yeah, I'm down to play them. I don't really get too much out of this trailer.
Yeah, they're gonna have new cannons or cannonballs, like haunted ones or ghost ones or something like that. And then there's gonna be actual skeleton ships sailing on the sea that like you can attack and like board and
that to me is huge, and that should have been in a release because that would add a lot.
Yeah, it'll also keep people from just necessarily like it would have given them something other to do than just attacking each other.
Oh, dude, I played the Hungering Deep a little bit, and I got the horn to talk to other ships, and I haven't been attacked since. I literally just go, "Hey guys, what's up?" And then they're like, "Oh, what's up?" It's like a whole new game as far as PvP goes.
Well, I think that's something that the community kind of settled in after, a good like month or two after release.
After the freebies went away?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so I think we can all agree. We're pretty much all into just playing it at some point. There'll be some videos. Next game we got is Forza Horizon 4. Swemba, I know you're a big car guy.
I mean, I like the Horizon games. I mean, it's kind of like, do I have the $60 to spend and there's nothing else to play right now?
Yeah. I've got like Horizon 3, I think, and like Forza 7 and stuff. I think for my preference, I like both of them. Forza is a good racing simulator.
They just release one every year now, and it's just kind of like it's like fucking Star Wars. It's just oversaturated.
Yeah, it's not as special, but like out of the two, out of Forza and Forza Horizon, if you don't know the difference, check them out. There's like Horizon's more of like a story mode play,
more
like
arcadey
open
too,
world
racing wise.
Yeah, like
it's like what Need for Speed used to be.
Yeah, like I actually really enjoyed Horizon. Like the first maybe hour I played it, I was like, this is kind of lame, but then I got into it and I was like trying to collect cars and finding hidden cars and stuff like that, and I was like, this is actually pretty fun. And so like,
did you ever play the Forza Horizon Fast and the Furious tie-in? It's probably one of the best like movie tie-in games because it's like a real simple arcade Forza Horizon thing with all the Fast and the Furious cars and characters and whatnot.
But they didn't announce like a Forza 8 or anything, did they? Like are they going to alternate years between Horizon and actual Forza?
Probably.
Maybe that's what the deal is. Either way, I mean, they totally are just year after year is getting a bit old. Like it does lose the luster of like the cars. Like you could just end up making DLC and keep the game going. Like you could do that with a racing game unless you're completely overhauling the engine and graphics. I think like car games, except with the exception of Horizon, because you are in an open world map, I kind of get the idea there. But with the actual Forza games, just DLC vehicles. Anyway, moving on. All right, so this was a one Swemba seemed pretty stoked about. Rage 2. I actually watched this, and Swemba, you were mentioning Andrew WK. I don't
give a fuck about Rage 2. I just thought it was awesome that Andrew WK like just wrote a song for it and played it.
Well, that's the question I have, because like I saw him come out and it was kind of a lackluster response to him coming out.
But because it's a room full of fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that's
but
just,
here's the thing.
I love that.
Who the fuck is he?
Andrew WK. It's just him anyways. Like he's just always that.
Who the fuck is Andrew WK?
Oh my god, get on YouTube. Party.
He had some fucking stupid ass show on MTV for kids or something, but no, he's just like this real positive. He's always like party.
He's a motivational speaker in real life. I'm gonna send you an Andrew WK video because he's awesome.
All right, because like when I saw it and like I saw like the response from everybody, I was like, all right, I don't feel alone that I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Nah, it was sweet, and he wrote a song for the game.
Yeah, I saw that.
He does that frequently. He always like when I saw him in Florida, he wrote a song just for the state of Florida, like that day or something.
Yeah, but no, I think I was reading somewhere that he's actually in the game. Like he's an NPC or something in it.
Anyone play Rage 1?
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I played the
It
first
was
2
good.
hours.
I mean that's enough. The ending was kind of shit.
Yeah, the ending was.
I love the Doom call out, like the Doom Easter egg and the Commander Keen.
Well, that's an interesting segue into the next game. If you want to talk about is Doom Eternal.
It says
You mean the
Eternal.
logo? You guys want to talk about the logo?
It's a good logo.
That was one of the better
Yeah.
logos from the logo Taj.
Well, me personally, I could give a shit less about the Doom series altogether.
But yeah, I want to think about hold on, with Rage 2, it's got the basically it's ID Software did the first one and it was more like a Doom just shooter, but they brought in the people that did Mad Max 3.
Again, you say Mad Max 3. I don't. What the hell is
I'm fucking
that?
with you. No, the Mad Max devs, who are really known for like doing like really good open world stuff, came in.
Oh,
and,
Avalanche Studios?
co-develop. Yeah,
Yo, those dudes.
yeah. So
gave
Avalanche and
us
ID are
the
making
hunting
Rage
game.
2.
We got to play that hunting game, Sean. Those guys gave us that for free.
Oh
They were
yeah,
real
yeah, we
cool.
gotta do that.
They were really nice in the emails.
Do they keep emailing, going seriously? Where's the video?
But I just want to say that like I'm really excited because I mean I was gonna check it out. This first one was good, but it seems like the open world fixed a lot of the issues and the color, like had the most shades of brown or whatever. But it seems really cool. And it almost seems like almost like Bulletstorm-ish with the abilities and shit. And, like you jump up, knock people on the ground, and like shoot them all in the air, and they flip away and shit. I love that shit.
I'm neutral on Rage too. I never played the first one. I don't.
Does it have co-op?
It does. It has a. Well, I don't know about Rage 2, but the first one had like a whole separate campaign sort of deal, like in
really?
the same levels. But me and a buddy ran through it, and that's how I came to enjoy the game. But it was short and sweet.
Yeah, and I think we can all agree. I mean, Andrew WK sounds pretty cool, but they really should have brought in Ryan McCaffrey for this.
Eh.
All right. So next thing, do we want to talk about Doom Eternal? I got nothing to say about.
You mean the logo they showed?
Literal hell on Earth for the first time.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
good.
It used
Good
to
for
be
Doom.
hell on the moon or
Yeah.
Mars.
Oh, I can't wait for hell on the space station and hell underwater. Like,
And funny aside, like when the whole Bethesda press conference started, it's the only one I actually watched all the way through. But like when I started, my fiance was sitting there and we're watching this dumbass fucking girls in the beginning, like the pre-show. And she's like, it finally starts. She's like, oh, it's finally gonna go show Fallout 76. I'm like, no, maybe in like an hour.
So okay, so no one really cares about the Doom logo. Anybody got any thoughts on Prey DLC?
It's VR, Bosley.
Oh,
Yeah, no, but actually, I was kind of interested. I played Prey. I liked it. It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't something I'd recommend to somebody. It was $60, but the new mode thing they've got coming, it's like basically Prop Hunt, but with mimics.
Oh, well, I'm sold.
yeah, I like Prey. The only thing I didn't like about it was the enemy designs and stuff. But I
Yeah, I
get it.
feel like it could have been so much better than it was.
Yeah,
If they had just tightened up. Yeah, like the enemies were kind of meh, and it was like a really cool. It like looked great, and it was cool to go explore shit. And it was, but it feel like it fell short of that like System Shock, BioShock kind of Deus Ex vein,
yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's just move on from that. I mean, the next one, I honestly don't see why anybody would want to talk about. Wolfenstein Youngblood, sort of in the same genre as Doom for me.
Yeah, same boat.
Yeah, no. All right, let's move on to Fallout 76. I mean, we did the podcast with our assumptions of what it's going to be. They didn't give us a huge amount of information, but did anybody pick anything out of that they liked or didn't like from the reveal at E3?
You know what this game reminds me of? Fucking Rust.
Well, yeah, no, and it's Fallout 76 ended up being pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. And honestly, that was probably the best, knowing that it has multiplayer and it wasn't going to be a traditional Fallout. Like, this was my best case scenario.
I think as long as they keep a strong single player experience, it'll be fine. Like if they have the multiplayer is something you can do.
No, it's already been like kind of like they're kind of beating around the bush. Like, yeah,
I
I mean,
forgot-
you can play it by yourself, but like, there's no such thing as
Somebody
like,
told
there's
me
no
actually
NPCs.
No, that's
to
the
bring
thing.
it back to what Swamba was saying earlier, it's a lot like Sea of Thieves where you can play it alone. It's not gonna
It's a
be
lot like
really-
it's a lot like Rust. You can play alone, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the pre-order for the kit with the helmet and stuff. Like,
Ooh.
it was sold out.
I
It
knew
was
it.
sold out. I've got the email notification thing set up for Amazon, so as soon as it's available, I am gonna buy it. But I'm really only buying it for the fucking helmet.
I just see like you can be in a group and you build bases and like you use nukes to wipe the bases and it's a irradiated fucking land. Like it's like Rust.
The nuke thing sounded real sketchy to me. I was like, that could be a
Yeah.
real fucking annoying thing.
Well, I kind of like wish they did that in Rust and just they just embrace the fact that like, hey guys, Rust is always going to have wipe cycles. Like, let's just nuke the map after 2 weeks.
Well, that's the thing is we don't know even from what they've said like exactly how the multiplayer thing's going to play out in 76.
Well, check
Like,
this
they didn't
out,
get
right?
super
Because-
into
No,
detail.
they did a Q&A where they
They
did an interview where they talked about how the nukes are going to work.
No, the nukes I get, but I mean like the actual multiplayer.
What are you saying, Biv?
Thank you. Somebody said that there's already people planning whitelisted, modded RP servers and all that shit. So yes, I fully expect the official servers to be a shit show, but there's a lot of promise there if they embrace mods.
Modded
And let
RP would be
people-
fun.
They
When
they already
there's-
said the private servers are an option, so it could be pretty sweet.
The thing is, and I think that you guys are all wrong about the single player experience. I think they haven't been browbeaten. It's just everyone's kind of locked in, and there's this, the obvious rush comparisons like, oh, it's just another sociopath simulator. But the thing is that, there's no NPCs in the game. Every person you see is a player. But what they're going to have is robots and holotapes and things like that. It'll be like lores and quests. And they said, and this is something interesting that goes back to what we were saying about, sitting in cutscenes with Anthem, was that it would just have like voiced holotapes and shit that feed you the story.
I hate
So
that
you
shit.
can
Yeah.
I'm just
so
gonna
you
be-
can still, so it'll just autoplay while you're out blasting shit with your buddies anyways.
I
I
really
get it, but
need the
like the
first
whole
player.
looking for journals to figure out the story, and it's just
Yeah, the whole
Plus,
thing.
Fallout's never had like
That's-
the greatest stories.
That's the only thing I've enjoyed in Fallout. It not necessarily the story per se. Like I don't want to fucking holotape, but it's the actual single player, just shutting out everything else and just fucking meandering around doing whatever the fuck you want. Like that, if they take that out, like that's gonna hurt.
It might hurt, but it might also bring in that like there's room there's no other game like Rust other than this on consoles. Like
Yeah, and I mean, there's still room for them to bring out Fallout 5 to
Yeah,
maintain the
it's
series.
not a thing. It's a side project, but no, and that's the thing too, is it is going to be casual as fuck. They've said, repeated times that,
It's
it
softcore.
said that you don't lose anything when you die. There's no, no hit progression. You're still leveling up, whatever. You're not going to get de-leveled. And he said that there are systems to where you can't get grief. So basically they'll tell you, they said he's talking about it as an option. It almost seems like there's an opt-out or, an avoid player thing. So it might be something where it's built in like almost like a game mechanic. Like somebody kills you, a thing pops up and it's like, oh, hey, it's this person. Do you want to go to war with them or whatever? Or would you
like
rather not
GTA
fuck
Online.
with them?
passive mode.
Yeah, basically. So I think it's going to be casual.
Fallout already is basically like Rust because there is a survival mode that is just like you're starving, you're hungry, you're cold, like like it's got all the shit there. but,
Very similar.
I mean, I don't
yeah,
play
I
it
think
like
it's
that.
gonna. I'm interested to see how they do. Like, if I'm interested if this game has a problem with like solo players versus Zergs, and how they balance.
Well, that's the
it.
thing that they said. They're talking. They said 16 to 32 or something, or just low numbers of servers. And they said it's the apocalypse. It's going to be more of an event that you run into somebody. It's not going to be the things run up there. And the things with like the base and like pack it up and take it with you wherever you go. And adding the nukes are basically end game. And it's like what fucking server is your base on anyway? Like if everything goes with you, can't I just somebody kills me or whatever, or some guy's like griefing me, he's going to nuke me. Can't I just like hop in somebody else's game?
Yeah, I mean,
and then I'm in a different server.
it really is until they give us a lot more information or the game comes out or we get in the beta or something, like there's still so many
Yeah,
questions.
I mean, like, so maybe it could even been like Sea of Thieves, how like you don't know when you're changing servers.
Yeah. So, all right, just to keep us from getting locked into that for too long. The next thing I know, quite a few people were apparently really hyped about. I didn't really watch too much of, and I don't know too much about, is Starfield.
There wasn't anything to watch.
No,
Yeah,
I think
I
it was
mean-
something over a horizon. In
What
space
is
or
it?
something.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Logo?
Bethesda's new baby.
It's a logo.
Their first new game. Yeah, it's a space RPG.
Like I'm down
Doom
for
logo was better.
Bethesda like RPG in
it's
space
the
and
new
stuff.
Elder Scroll.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls in space. Speaking of Elder Scrolls, we got-
Elder Space.
yeah, we got Elder Scrolls Blades. Anyone care about Elder Scrolls?
You could hold your
Premium.
phone vertical while playing the game. It's super.
There you go.
But fuck, man, yeah, Skyrim on everything. Speaking of Viv, have you played Skyrim on Alexa?
No.
Would you do it and record it?
How do you do it?
You know, it's you. I don't. You say Alexa, play Skyrim.
Alexa, play Skyrim. Nothing.
Short story, fuck Elder Scroll Blades. And what about Elder Scrolls 6?
Another good logo.
Yeah, I didn't see too much.
Yeah, no tagline.
Did you guys see
You know,
those?
and I'm just glad that it's almost Bethesda's been talking about being more open, and they have kind of already talked about a lot of these games before. Like Starfield's been a rumor and been known about for a while, and they said, I think it was at last E3, might have even been that they said, you know, we've got two big games coming out before the next Elder Scrolls. So then that was Starfield, which they've been working on for a while, and Fallout 76.
But what do we think about Elder Scrolls 6, though? Like, I mean, it's got a huge fan base.
I
Is,
think
is
it's
anyone
like
here?
5-10 years out.
Okay, so
You know,
nothing-
it's
it'll be
yeah,
pretty.
It's almost like they just showed the logo just to like win E3 and then they have no plans for it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they kind of had to.
I'm kidding.
After the Skyrim Alexa joke / not a joke thing, they fucking had to. After like Elder Scrolls Online, Elder Scrolls Legends, Elder Scrolls Blades.
Well, it makes sense that I don't know why they're going with just Alexa, because
Elder
Alexa's
Scrolls on
actually
everything.
Alexa's not winning the market share in smart home. So I don't know why they stuck it with that, unless they just have a deal with Amazon.
Pretty sure it was mostly for the joke.
Did it
They
for
don't
the
really give
fine.
a fuck.
All right, so let's move off from Bethesda. I had one here. I saw today. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
New FromSoft game, Dark Souls with samurais with grappling hooks.
Well, that's what keyed me in. I think I was watching some guy's video, and it's the same developer that did Tenchu, which made me stop and actually pay attention because
Hold
I
on,
love the Tenchu
Tenchu,
series. Stealth
Like
Assassins.
yeah. It was like the only great ninja game.
Yeah. And so like they were saying that like he was kind of giving it that same comparison as you, Randy. He's like Dark Souls. He's like Dark Souls meets Tenchu, and I was like, hold on, I would be in for that.
Yeah.
What is Tenshu? I've never heard of it.
It's a stealth assassin game. Like
It's
where
not
you're
going to be
Was
that
that
at all.
like
It's Dark
PS1?
Souls. It's
Yeah,
Dark Souls, but
PS2.
even more fast paced. It's not going to be a ninja game at all.
Why do you get grappling hooks?
You get grappling hooks because fucking samurais
Well, how
with
do you know if
grappling
that's not
hooks.
just
I
all
don't know.
the action scenes in the game?
I don't watch anime.
It's probably
you do.
just
Yeah, you
gonna
do.
be a fucking action game. It's not gonna be stealth, I don't think.
Well, it
Like
doesn't have to
Ninja
be full
Gaiden.
stealth, but it'd be nice to have like some aspects of that in there. You know what I mean? Like where you could grapple onto a roof and sneak down and like run your fucking
Yeah,
sword
you
through
put a
some
little
guy's
bit of
fucking
Tenchu
dome.
in Dark Souls, I'm fucking down. If it's straight Dark
I
Souls,
mean,
meh.
you could stealth
Yeah.
in Dark Souls. Use like the stealth spell and muffle your footsteps and just walk up behind something and backstab it. You can do that. You can do that in any Dark Souls game that has
Ninjas
like the hidden body spell.
ninjas don't use spells.
Yeah, they do.
No,
They totally
Ninjutsu. No, it's their ninja.
They use jutsu.
they use shoes.
They have stands
They
No,
have
they use
slippers that are
jutsu.
really quiet.
like Pole Jam.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the ever popular Devolver Digital, which I didn't watch this year. I expect Luigi was all over though.
Oh God, yes. Anybody ever watch Devolver or watch this year's?
No.
Not this year's.
Nah.
Did you guys watch last year's? After I wouldn't shut up about it.
It made me
Yes.
not want to watch it ever again.
I watched it when it was happening. It was pretty funny.
Actually, yeah, I don't know. It's like my spirit animal. It's like the Cody 17 of E3.
So they were not. They did a bunch of satires about loot boxes or something.
Yeah, there was loot box coin and their thing, but there was a whole that they were like blood gore, ridiculous shit, and just complete caricature. But at the end of it, like the guy from last, like throwing the money, and the guy got his arm sucked in, and ripped off into his computer, literally throwing money at the screen last year. He comes back with the chain gun arm and shoots the chick, and then it's basically RoboCop,
All right,
like literally the intro to RoboCop.
but their actual game is Scum, right?
No, there's a couple. They're a publisher. They're
Like
publishers.
books?
So they actually
What are they publishing?
no, they publish. They yeah. Scum's the one. My friend Pedro. They do. They're like they middleman for games. They're not obviously developers. But Scum is a super max survival game. It's one I don't know if you guys showed it. Showed it to me. It has the absolute batshit like stat screen where
Yeah.
your fucking diet mattered.
Yeah, that shit looked ridiculous.
But the thing about it was, it's like it was just kind of like it's one of those "it's there if you care" kind of things. But it's just got this crazy level of simulation, and then it's like a sociopath simulator. It's a survival sandbox basically.
Well, this new trailer seems taking a different step with it.
yeah. They have more drones to watch people poop, and yes, there is pooping in the
Yeah.
game.
That's
A
fair.
fucking Metal Gear in the end. Stomp.
Like it's like a battle royale, but you can you have to stop and take a shit in the middle of it.
So basically, they're kind of like the autistic redheaded stepchild of E3.
I don't know, but yeah.
and I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I'm just saying
But that's their shtick.
yeah.
There was actually another really good game. It was My Friend Pedro with the banana,
Okay.
but it's like a 2D. It's weird. It's like a 2D Metroidvania-ish, but bullet hell with physics.
What do we got next? We got Shadow of Tomb Raider. Of the Tomb Raider? Wasn't this already out?
No, it was
No.
leaked like forever ago by like some fucking dev who had their fucking laptop open on the bus or some shit. And people were like, "Oh, sure, this title, title of the Tomb Raider." That's going on the internet. That was like years ago. So
I mean, I'm hype about it. I like the other Tomb Raider games.
Yeah, I downloaded one from like Xbox Gold or whatever the other day, but I haven't started it yet.
I haven't played like any of the modern ones.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I stopped when she still had like triangular tits.
Yeah.
I played the first one of the new series. It was pretty good. It's like a kind of stealthy, kind of not quite Assassin's Creed kind of game.
Uncharted.
Kind of like Uncharted, yeah.
Except it came before Uncharted, so Uncharted's like that.
Like I wouldn't even know like which one's like the good Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider Tactics, the turn-based one, it's the best.
I would play that.
I think there is a
There's-
turn-based Tomb Raider.
There is actually, yeah.
What else we got? We got Just Cause 4. I love Just Cause. Was it
Me too.
2 or 3? I really like that game.
Yep. Does it have multiplayer?
The 3?
I think they added it. Yeah, it was.
I
It was.
think they
have
did a
multiplayer.
mod. No, it didn't. At least play the shit out of it on console. Wait, no, 3.
No, Just Cause 4 will not feature multiplayer.
That's just shit. Because like half the things in Just Cause make you laugh your ass off, and you're like, I wish somebody saw this, and you're just by yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of like if Wildlands didn't take itself seriously.
So it's it's the Saints Row of.
But it's a good game. I mean, we'll see what it's like. I mean, I'd be in for $30. What do we got next? We got Beyond Good and Evil 2. Anybody got anything they want to weigh in on that? I didn't see anything about it, so I'm pretty neutral on it.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
This is
Uh,
trailer.
we got The Division 2. Anybody give a shit about The Division?
Not me.
Not me.
No, I'm out. I really like.
Play that?
I liked the idea of The Division, but I never picked it up because it just got shat on so hard.
Well, they didn't program a full game, and they didn't, put in like a cheat engine or fucking anything. The PC version was fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones. Anybody want to talk about Skull and
Did they
Bones?
show anything this year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a gameplay one.
Gameplay? That's cool. I didn't see it, but I like pirate games, but didn't see it.
All right. Well, they got a big one. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I know Assassin's Creed's getting old, but this one could turn it around.
I think even so, like the last one, people who played the last one kind of stand by it. I've heard nothing but people say good.
Well, they took a
was
year
pretty
off,
good.
right? And that was like the best thing they could have did was to,
The
take a
big
year
thing-
off, make a good game, and not have it so oversaturated. And I was hoping they take another year off and then release this.
Well,
next
do you know
year,
what? The big thing about this one though is apparently they're going full on RPG. They're taking the mechanics in the world and everything they've been doing in the engine, except now it's loot based and it's level based, and enemies have hit points and
That's what the
there's
last
critical
game
hits
was.
and- oh, really?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that dialed up.
And even like dialogue choices, like Mass Effect style.
I don't know. I think I think you're right. They said they're going full RPG, and the last one was kind of riding the line.
Yeah, the last one was like you could like stealth assassinate someone, but if they were like 2 levels higher than you, you wouldn't one shot kill them. It was kind of
And you had like loot and stuff, like you had epic
Yeah.
helmets and common generic helmets.
like you could get like a better sword, or you could get like a mace that was like slower but did more damage and shit. And there were like different bows.
they
One of them had like the bullet time
It had
arrow.
blue.
So I don't get that weird. Like, I wouldn't want. I mean, I love anything with RPG elements to it, but like, I wouldn't want RPG elements in something like Assassin's Creed or
Well, there you go.
Well, I mean, they use some. Like, I played Origins for a little bit. I do like the game, but I didn't finish it. But I
Yeah.
noticed like when they did like borrow some elements from The Witcher, and it fucking works out pretty nicely for it. But it don't feel like Assassin's Creed to me.
Well, that's
like,
the thing. If you have one every year, if it was the same thing every year, people would complain. If they try something new, people complain. It is what it is. I just think the time period's kind of cool. I just wish it wasn't so soon after Origins.
Yeah, I'm stuck on Syndicate. That's the one with the brother and sister. Yeah.
Me too. That's
Yeah.
the last one.
I never even finished that. I think I played it for a few minutes the other day. I was like, I should wrap this up at some point. I like the time period in this one a lot better though. Like the Peloponnesian War, is it in Greece? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how long it takes place after whatever, but
some Trojan
it
horse.
looks sweet.
And this Spartan Collector's Edition you can get for looks like $199 for pre-purchase.
Here he goes, shelling his shit.
15 and a
Little
half
side deal.
inch Spartan leaping figure. It's pretty badass looking. I mean, other than that, it's not worth $200, but the figure's pretty cool. But I think I'll probably play this. I mean, I just like the time period as long as it isn't too weird.
To be a broken record about multiplayer, me and Randy played Unity's multiplayer where you had to do like team assassinations, and it was such a good idea. There was like not much there, but if they ever went all in, it'd be awesome.
What's the PvP one? Is that Syndicate?
no, that's Brotherhood.
Yeah, I tried playing like that one. Like I fucking hated that. I did not have fun. Like you're in this little
Yeah.
tiny map and like it's so easy to see who's a fucking person or not.
Well, they have like full-on games like that now. I don't know if you've seen Steam blowing up with that genre of like stealthy hide in plain sight. You have to assassinate this guy, he assassinate this guy.
No, I haven't seen that.
They've been popping up.
All right, so it sounds like it's fairly positive from us for Assassin's Creed. Not all on board, but everyone's got their hopes, I suppose.
Yeah, they're trying something new in a new time period. Cool.
Yeah. And yeah, another thing about Assassin's Creed is the assassinations got repetitive. Was one of the big problems I always had. Like you just got bored of it. You're like, oh, I just killed him the same way over and over and over.
Yeah.
All right, so but moving along, Ruiji's I think favorite game of all time, Ooblets. Anybody want to talk about that? Isn't this the like Pokemon meets Stardew Valley thing?
Yeah, but like awkward and indie. Yeah, no, their new thing is that instead of Ooblet battles, which doesn't fit their aesthetic so much, they have dance offs now.
All right, well I'm out.
Yeah, that was disappointing when I read that because I was all in.
Well, no, it's just
I want them to
it's
die.
The same. Jesus.
I'm not joking.
All right, speaking of dying though, they announced Walking Dead. Is this another Telltale game?
No, Overkill's doing it.
Why does it say
Yeah, there
Overkill
is.
and Telltale in the notes here? Because I didn't see
I don't
the
know.
video for this one.
There was 2 Walking Dead. There's Overkill's Walking Dead game. That's the Payday 2 devs that has been talking about it when it finally got shown. basically looks like Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
And then Telltale, I think they said they announced it was going to be the. I didn't even fucking watch it.
Yeah, here's the thing with Telltale. It's fucking over.
But no, that's the thing. It's the last. They announced it's the last Walking Dead, the last season of their Walking Dead. Oh, actually, and it just came out. They're doing a Stranger Things game.
I like the theory of the Telltale games, but they get stale real fast. Like I played The Walking Dead, and then I got The Walking Dead 2 or whatever because I was like, I may as well continue the story because I enjoyed the story. But it got to such a point where I'm like, I'm just choosing my own adventure, and I'm not really doing anything. Like there's a point where I just like made the girlfriend. I was like, do you want to just come and play this with me, and we'll just decide together? Because I'm fucking bored. I'd rather just watch the fucking story.
Yeah. It was cool at first, and it's like, I guess if it's something that you're, if it's like a property that you're really invested in or that you like, then you can get a lot out of that. But
yeah, like they made Game of Thrones ones too, right?
Man, with games like that, just fucking watch a stream of someone playing it, and then
you gotta listen to some
never buy it. I don't know. I can't play those kind of fucking games. There's no gameplay.
The only one I played was the Wolf Among Us, and I really liked it, and I'm excited for the second one. But never played the Walking Dead ones. Probably never will.
I played something else besides The Walking Dead too. Like they're good. Like it's a really good format.
Yeah,
and
I played Tales from the Borderlands. I like the first episode. I was just like, yeah, I kind of care, kind of don't.
Did any of you guys ever play Life is Strange?
Yeah, I did.
Kind of like, I don't know. It's like the gameplay's limited, but like the dialogue choices are the gameplay, and then like you can miss stuff in the world, or if you don't want to investigate something fully, like that's kind of the gameplay. But they have to have good writing. If you don't have good writing, then it's literally a walking.
Yeah, it literally took me back to just the choose your own adventure books. I don't know if you guys remember those.
Well, no, it's like that shit's even more of a callback to what is that, Monkey Island?
Yeah.
Or Myst.
Your games.
Oh, fucking
Myst. Like that's what those kind of games are an evolution of.
Grim Fandango.
Yeah, Grim Fandango.
Full
That's
Throttle.
Yep, Full Throttle.
King's Quest.
Vigilante 8.
So I mean, they have their place, like the kind of adventure
combat
game.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with them, but like for me, it just gets really tiring. Like if I'm just gonna play a story, just tell me the fucking story. I don't want to dictate it. Tell me what it is and engage me.
But that's the thing. The thing that makes it a game is that the story directly reacts from your decision making in the game.
Yeah, I think it's a very clear case of it's either for you or not for you.
Yeah, it really isn't for everybody.
All right, so Yakuza. Anybody care about then Sega's releasing more games on PC?
I like the game.
I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, they're gonna be porting Zero and the remake of the first game for PC, and
I think the second one too, even.
No, not that one yet. They're
Well, no, I mean just in the future.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good start for what they're doing right now. If it succeeds, then sure they'll go ahead and go full throttle with it.
Shimio too.
I mean,
how would the fuck say that?
I mean, I always love the fighting in them. Zero is especially cool. There's like 8 different fighting styles. Like you could just go straight up breakdancing and just fucking beat everyone up.
Isn't that like capoeira?
Yeah.
I just can't wait for the karaoke.
Yeah, the karaoke's awesome and that too. But I mean, I looked it up on Steam and it was like $20 at least I still think that's it. But you'll get your bang for your buck for that game.
All right, and Satisfactory. Anybody want to weigh in on that?
Seems satisfactory.
Yeah, it's just so. It didn't excel and it didn't underperform. We also got a Rapture Rejects. Is this from Cyanide and Happiness? Is that what I'm reading here?
Yeah, Cyanide and Happiness.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
Doing a battle royale.
Oh god, that's gonna be interesting.
The last one, yeah, the last one, and that's what it is. Rapture Rejects. It's the last one standing gets to go to heaven.
Nice. Yeah, I got their Schrodinger's plushie. I don't know if you ever saw that when that came out, but you basically you order a plushie from them and it comes in a box and it's either dead or alive. But yeah, like I like Cyanide and Happiness. Sometimes they're just like, it feels like sometimes, maybe I don't know if it's the artists or the writers, I'm not sure exactly how it works. I think there's a bunch of them. Sometimes I think they reach a little hard, but other times like I crack up, I'm no, that's good. Yeah.
I think they hit the mark more than they miss it. So
yeah, I'll be interested to see.
But yeah, and it's like a 2D 3D. It's like an isometric kind of, almost like bullet hell battle royale, kind of cartoony. They just kickstarted an adventure game, a point and click adventure game.
I don't know if I'd be into that, but the battle royale, you know what? I'd probably kick in $9. All right. So what do we got? We got Sony here. Last of Us 2. Who wants to talk about that?
Love Last of Us 1.
Never.
Yeah, I
played it.
love the story in the first one. Gameplay looked cool in this one, I thought, but I didn't see no zombies really, so wondering how it's gonna play out.
Sure, yeah. It was just like the starting.
Yeah. I'm sure there's zombies in there and stuff, but I'm just curious on like how clickers and stuff will work in it.
You gonna play as
But why isn't it Last
her
Two of
name?
Us?
Ellie?
Yeah, I read somewhere like she's gonna be the only playable character. So it sounds cool, but I like Joel as well. So I'm wondering what they're gonna do with him in that. But I'll continue to stay hype about it.
One of the best missions in the first one was it's not spoilery, but Joel gets injured and you get to play as a little girl, and it's terrifying because all these grown men are trying to grab you and stuff.
Yeah,
But now she's older, I guess.
So you're saying
Yeah.
she's legal?
I don't know. I know in the trailer she kissed a girl.
And she liked it.
All right. So what else we got? We got the Resident Evil 2 remaster. That's a big thing that's been happening recently. There's a lot of game remastering happening.
well,
Resident Evil needs it. It's like one of the fucking oldest fucking piece of shit games that needs to be brought into the fucking modern
How to
age.
piss off Bosley.
But
I mean,
okay.
like I'm not talking about like Resident Evil 2 is a good game, but by
no, yeah,
today's
but yeah.
standards, the engine is fucking garbage.
Well, not even just the engine, the fucking like tank controls
everything about it.
and the
it's-
shitty
Wait, that
way,
last Resident Evil game?
the forced framing. You
That
know, when
last-
you just
That last Resident Evil game was a bad engine? Are you fucking kidding me?
Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2 for the fucking
Oh.
PlayStation.
Oh, well, yeah, it's just old.
Yeah, why does the engine even fucking matter? Like if you're playing that, you're playing it for the nostalgia at this point. You don't need to remaster.
Were they
it.
remastering it, or is it a
no, they're
remake?
doing a complete remake of it.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
they'll
okay.
redo it all then. Yeah, they'll be all new engine and shit.
Is it like
And-
I heard it's third person, right? Like they're doing away with the fixed cameras.
Yeah, so like I watched that gameplay. It's like it's following like 4 sort of. Actually no, like more like Leon's campaign in 6, like that kind of like aesthetic. And the zombies and shit look cool. Like it's actual zombies, not some fucking dude comes out with a machine gun blasting you away and he's a zombie or some shit. So, and it seems like creepy. Like it looks dark as fuck. Zombies pop out and shit, and it looks right up my alley.
Is it the original voices or are they redoing everything?
I think
Leon, I
redoing
really hope they should better do read the voices.
I think I'd even like to play this because like I think 2 was when I stopped because I just started to feel like it got ridiculous. Like the series is still good, but for me personally to play it, I was like, it's just stretching out too much for me.
On 2, it took 2 for you to give up.
yeah.
It took 2. That
This
was
is
it.
ridiculous. A sequel? What is
There's
this?
fucking 7 of them.
I know.
And like not including the side games.
I think I played 5 for like a few minutes, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
It
God,
just
I played all that hot garbage from that Outbreak.
Yeah.
The on-rail shooter.
they were just
Yeah.
games that like you could almost call them influential. Like there were like moments in my life where like it had more meaning like to play the game kind of thing, and then like after that I was like, it's just
Yeah.
not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but
mean-
that's just nostalgia for me.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of hoping they were gonna have like tank controls and the weird camera angles, but I'm all aboard. Like for the third person, and some people are bitching about it, but
I like
they
third
can
person.
fuck off.
Fuck the original controls. It's gonna be great. Resident Evil 2, better engine, hopefully, just fucking good.
All
I
right.
think it's
be.
just cool that it's a new Resident Evil game that is out. You know what I mean? Give me more Resident Evil.
Yeah, something we
Yes.
can watch Boz play. All right. Speaking of Boz playing, do you think Boz will play Kingdom Hearts 3?
Nah.
Sounds more like a Randy game.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Stabbed by a keyblade.
I'll play Kingdom Hearts
The Dark
3.
Arts.
I mean, it's gonna be shit, and everyone fucking knows it. And if you don't think it's gonna be shit, who the fuck are you kidding? But I'm gonna fucking play it. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna be fun. Fucking
Kingdom
stupid.
Hearts.
monster.
I didn't actually
It's
think
gonna
it was
be
going to be a
shitty
Randy
anime.
game.
Huh?
I mean,
I didn't think it was actually going to be a Randy game.
Yeah, I played the first two. They're fucking stupid games. So they're fun.
I
don't know.
fucking hate these games. They're really fun.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like the story doesn't fucking matter.
Have you
It's
ever
just like
played
they
Angry
chuck a
Watch
bunch
with
of Disney
Randy?
garbage in a fucking blender.
Angry Watch.
I mean, I don't know. I'm hyped for them. Seems like they're using like one fighting system mixed with like two system with Burp by Sleep, and I'm hyped for it. Like different commands and shit. And I don't know. I'm fucking hyped for it. So
All right, you heard it here first. Boz is hyped for Kingdom Hearts 3. And Randy hates it, but he wants to play it. So what else? We got Death Stranding. I know nothing of this.
you missed one.
No, I didn't miss it. Just so everyone knows, Swemba wrote Parappa the Rappa Battle Royale. I knew it was him because he always tries to talk about Parappa the Rappa.
Love Parappa the Rapper.
It's all in the line.
It's kick punch. Well, how could you mess up the first two words?
I think it's literally in the commercial.
Damn it, Ruichi.
All right, so Death Stranding. Where are we at on this one?
I
Nobody
can't wait.
knows.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's
wait.
still.
No. I can't wait to fucking walk through the fucking the empty wastelands and then rip my toenail off and then eat a fetus and then get abducted by time ghosts. That's
Wait,
it.
what?
Yeah,
And then play Death Stranding.
Yeah.
It's actually a good idea. Like they should just rename the game to Norman Reedus the Fetus Eater.
I don't think it was Norman Reedus that ate the fetus. I think it was the creepy other person. I don't think Norman Reedus ate fetuses.
Is this the one where he's in space or something and wakes up with like a baby
Reedus.
attached to him by an umbilical cord, some shit like that?
yes.
Oh,
No,
okay,
he's
okay.
a delivery man.
Yeah, you see the premise of the game is you actually work for like a post-apocalyptic UPS, and you have to suck the spinal fluid out of fetuses to survive, kind of like Superman.
I don't think that's quite it.
What
I
the
don't
fuck?
think that's quite it.
No, I'm pretty sure that is.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like Kojima's still trying to keep it like sort of mysterious. Still, I don't know.
No, he's actually
fuck,
shown
you know,
a
I gotta
lot.
put some gameplay in there. Yeah, he's
Three pre-rendered trailers and now a gameplay trailer that's 8 minutes long, and still nobody knows what the fuck's going on.
yeah.
The first trailer, right, when he wakes up on the beach and has the handprints and shit. From what and like all the dead crabs, I remember reading something like he made that without any clue of what the game was going to be like. So I don't know how much he's actually shown compared to what the game like. I don't think that cutscene's in the game or anything.
It's just Norman Reedus waking up after a hard night of fucking spine sucking.
Like Superman.
I'd put $12 on that.
It's gonna have loot crates with fetus babies.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not hiking in that.
You're gonna see the little box and you're gonna click on it. It's gonna jart and jet like in Overwatch and shoot up in the air, and a fetus is gonna come spinning out.
And just kind of
like-
splat onto the ground.
Or the Reedus fetus.
Jesus.
All right, so yeah, let's
baby battery.
Yeah, let's move along. We got Spider-Man, and I highlighted this. I mean, it looks like it's pretty good, to be honest. Like graphically, it looked really nice, and if they can actually pull off a Spider-Man game that can give you vertigo when you're web slinging, if they can pull that off, I'd be pretty happy with playing that game.
Yeah, I'd love the fucking web slinging and that. At least what I seen, like it's so smooth and everything.
Yeah, like I think one of the first Spider-Man games I played when they really started to revamp it, and like you could like web sling all the way up to the top of the highest building and like just fucking leap off and shit. Like it was so
Spider-Man
fun.
2?
That might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Spider-Man
that's
2 was
the thing
great.
that's kind of been made in comparison to, and it's like that's what everyone has wanted
That's
ever
what everyone
since.
says about every Spider-Man game, though, is they're like, "Oh, it's Spider-Man 2," and then it comes out and they're like, "Oh,
It's
it's not
not
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
2."
Is it Skate 4?
Yeah, I was about to ask. So I mean, Spider-Man. I think I don't think anyone's opposed to it, but you guess we're gonna have to see. This console only, isn't it? Pretty sure. Must be.
Yeah,
It's a
must
Sony
be
exclusive?
Sony.
Yeah, it's Sony exclusive. That's the thing. PlayStation, not the best console, but it has the best exclusives, hands down.
Yeah. Unless you're a big Nintendo guy.
Yeah. I mean, Nintendo's just. I don't
Nintendo
count.
is exclusive.
I don't
yeah.
count Nintendo with Xbox and PlayStation. Like it's just a different genre of console.
Gotcha.
But segue to Nintendo. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. What?
No Waluigi.
No, but every single other character. When he said that, I was like, "Fuck, Luigi's gonna be fucking pissed."
But isn't like Waluigi like one of the question mark eggs you can pick up?
He's not confirmed.
There'll
Oh
be
wait,
some-
you mean like a little secret thing?
Yeah, like things that you clear the stage with.
Is he? I don't know. I never played. I played like once or twice. What was the new one called for the Wii U?
Super Smash Bros.
Oh, I love when they do that. I love when they call games that are already fucking games like God of War.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
not gonna have 2 God of Wars.
I've never played. Actually, maybe I have. Maybe I played it like once. I've never been a huge Smash Brothers fan, but I know it's got a massive fan base.
I love like Melee and the 64 one. Those were my shit. Brawl, I played probably a couple hundred hours worth, but never really grabbed me like Melee.
So is this one? This is just the Wii U one, but they have more characters in that. Am I wrong
think-
about that?
Well, no, yeah, it's like literally every character that's
Yeah.
ever been in Smash Brothers is in this one.
Yeah, like they got Pac-Man, they got fucking, I don't know, you name it, it's in there.
Cloud from Final Fantasy.
We've got Ness
Yeah.
and whoever the hell the kid is from this third one.
Man, every time I see a picture of Cloud, I always get nostalgic as fuck.
Well, I'll probably buy it. Play Lucas. Be overpowered as fuck.
Yeah, I need
That's
to
what
get
it
it.
does, Lucas.
I think that didn't they do more balancing in this one? Didn't they actually balance it a bit?
I don't know. Ever since like
Yeah.
they did the competitive Smash Bros scenes is weird.
They rebalanced a lot of the like background systems. Like they changed the blocking, so there's now like a more hardcore parry system now, I believe. And like the air dodge, they improved the mobility of it. But if you spam it, you lose like a lot of the iframes on it, like shit like that. That's what they changed.
You know what I really, this is like weird, but the thing I really, really appreciate about that gameplay or that reveal was that you unlock characters progressively.
Oh shit, really? That's nice. I like
Like
that.
you just start out with like 8 characters and there's like 60 something and you just unlock them one by one through playing the game.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how adventure worked in Brawl, right?
Yeah.
Had like
That's-
a campaign.
These games don't do that much anymore.
That's how a lot of fighting games work, though. You beat it with one guy, he unlocks something specific. You beat it with another guy, he unlocks something specific.
Yeah, I don't like it when they just fucking hand out everyone. I don't know. I like to earn that character.
Yeah.
All right,
And Smash Bros was the best at it too because you had to beat them. I don't know if you remember that. I don't
Yeah,
know how
yeah.
the new ones are, but
Hopefully
Yeah,
it's
they're
like
the same
that.
way.
to get
New
Mewtwo,
challenger
you had to play
appeared.
like 500 matches. So you'd set up, and try to, or whatever it was, and like max damage, try to kill yourself 500 times or whatever. And if you didn't beat Mewtwo, you didn't get him. You had to do it again, or you'd show up again like next couple matches.
All right, we threw Overcooked 2 on the list here. I never played it, but I saw it, and again, it kind of made me think of Bosley for a minute until I watched a little bit longer, and I was like, oh, maybe that's not a Bosley.
I mean, it's a fun game, but I know the first one was like local co-op only.
That's the
so-
big thing is this is gonna have online multiplayer and like a versus mode.
All right, cool. I mean, yeah, it's just fucking like cooking burgers and shit, but like some like crazy shit will happen in the kitchen. Like you'll be
Burger
fucking
time.
on trucks and shit. Like yeah, but it like. I mean, I did like it playing with my friends, like couch co-op, like you could like tell each other what to do, what you're good
But that
at.
almost became like almost kind of like a cult classic. But it was getting really lauded as like a great local co-op game.
Yeah, but I'll probably check it out.
All right, so how much would you pay for it, boss?
$20.
$20 out of 60, eh? That's not bad.
Ooh, is that what it is? It's $60.
Yeah, 60 is the cap,
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought that was like confirmed. It's like fuck.
No, like that's just how I've been kind of pricing out my scale.
I got you. Yeah, I'd say 20, maybe 30.
All right, so that actually covers all the games we had in this list. We've gotten through them all for the second annual E3 post PitchCast podcast of E3ness.
Yeah.
We made it through.
You want to
Great
pick a game of the year?
Oh,
Game of the year, Jump Force. Something we didn't talk about, but
That game was
fucking-
ridiculous looking. I don't know about the art style though. It looks like someone like did one of those like here's what a Dragon Ball game like looks like in Unreal.
all right. We got Randy saying Jump Force is going to be game of the year. What do you got, Biff?
What's gonna be game of the year, or what's like our personal?
What's
'Cause
your personal game of the year?
I looking at this list, I want it to be Fallout. I don't think I'm gonna go with Halo Infinite. I think I'm gonna play that a lot.
Bro.
What about you, Swemba? What do you got for your personal game of the year?
Cyberpunk dog.
I kind of knew that. Ruji, what do you think? Your game of the year?
I'd say Fallout 76 just because I mean like Cyberpunk was my other big one, but Fallout 76 just the fact that it comes out this year.
We don't know when Cyberpunk's coming out.
Okay. Bosley, what's your personal game of the year?
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, I really want to say Fallout 76. And-
Unravel 2.
Yeah, fuck off. You know what? I would almost go with Horizon 4, but I'll take Fallout 76 because not because necessarily I'm going to end up playing it, because I'm actually willing to pay $200 for a fucking pre-order helmet. So I'll take
There's
76.
the old school Fallout
Yeah.
power armor helmet.
Yeah.
I don't get you guys at all. This is like saying what was better, Witcher 3 or Fallout 4.
Witcher 3.
No, it was Fallout 4.
Fallout 4 was not great.
It's what you're excited about on this list.
Yeah.
You got to
This
be
is-
a little bit excited for 76 for the potential it has. I have a feeling it's going to suck.
Yeah, I'm pretty scared about the single player not being anything, and I really like I said,
I
that's
think
my
it's
favorite
because
part
it
of a
was
Fallout.
more. I think for me, it was just because it was more of an uncertainty too. Like Cyberpunk 2077, like I've known about that for a while now. You know, I've
Especially
been
'cause-
following that rumor and like little stories, and I've seen the little shit before. I know that's gonna be dope as fuck when it comes out.
I think it's just going to be a shitty Far Cry.
It's dude, Fallout 76 too. Like they're reusing all the assets from Fallout 4. Like it's using the same engine since fucking forever. They didn't change the engine at all.
Hey
I
man,
think
we're not
that-
shitting on each other's picks.
Like couldn't be.
Well, I
you know,
choose
Fallout
choose
5.
Battletoads, but it's just going to be such a limited game, I think, and there's no information on it. Like I'm stoked for Battletoads because it is going to be couch co-op. I guarantee it. It's going to be nostalgic as fuck, but it's going to Horizon 4 is going to be great, but Fallout 76 I got my highest hopes for.
I'm pretty stoked for Photoshop Battle Royale.
That'll be pretty good too.
All
You
right,
know what?
guys, podcast battle royale.
Yeah. Let's leave it. Whoever sat through this podcast this entire time, you let us know in the comments what your game of the year is going to be, and also thank you for actually sitting here this long because I don't
What's wrong with
I
you?
don't know how
we
long
should
this
do
is
a
going to be at this point.
We should do a secret phrase so we know when someone sat through the whole thing.
Oh, like a little sign off, like
Like if you sat this whole time through this, say
Well, then people just skipped it.
Yeah,
Mayonnaise.
comment mayonnaise along with your pick for your personal game of the year.
why mayonnaise? You guys always go straight to the mayonnaise.
All right, no, okay, not mayonnaise. Now you've proven you've listened long past that because you're going to put Pornhub Battle Royale as your pick for your personal game of the year.
That's a decent joke somebody could
Yeah.
have made.
So,
Completely unrelated.
I did.
Yeah.
It was in the games
which will
list.
be available for Patreon people at some point. So if you're not on Patreon, get on the Patreon.
Pornhub Royale.
Yeah, so I think that about wraps up our post E3 podcast. You guys, anybody want to add anything? No, I guess.
Oh.
No.
All right, I guess that's it. Thanks for listening. Hit the subscribe button. Check us out on Patreon. Don't forget Pornhub Battle Royale. It's the secret phrase if you listen the whole time. And
now you got to talk more
Well-
because now it's too close.
well,
to
I
the
was
end for
still going to
skippers.
talk. That's the thing. I still had things to say. We all got to say goodbye now. So everyone
I ain't saying
everyone
shit.
except for Simba, say goodbye. Swemba.
Simba.
I am your father. All this is yours, Swemba. All that you see is your domain. All right, that's it. We're done. Say bye, everybody.
Lion King Battle Royale.
Mayonnaise.